And joining us now on Book TV is Bradley Graham. He is the co-owner of Politics and Prose Bookstores here in Washington, D.C., along with his wife, Lissa Muscatine. Mr. Graham, what's been the effect of the coronavirus crisis on your business?
The effect's been pretty severe on us, as it's been on many retailers around the country. Bookstore is a place where people come to browse and shop. It's a community gathering center. We put on in normal times lots of author talks. We hold classes. We have a coffee house, and much of that activity's had to stop since the spread of the virus and the warnings to social distance. At the same time, we've been able to carry on some activity, largely through web orders, and also, at least until today, curbside deliveries. But even those curbside deliveries have now been curtailed by the D.C. government.
So you have shut down your stores here in D.C., physical?
Yes, it's come in phases. We finally last week closed the doors of all three locations to customer foot traffic, and we were still doing online processing, online orders and shipping them, as well as taking phone orders and doing curbside deliveries. But now we've had to, as of an order that was issued by the D.C. mayor last night, ceased even the curbside deliveries.
What about author events? How many would you hold in a typical week?
Oh, we were up to, about 15 or 20 a week, and about 1,000 a year. We had been building our author events programming steadily over the last decade. We would hold, several a day, and in various venues, and all of that. We tried for a very short while to hold some of them. We separated the seating, space them out, but then authors began to cancel, and finally we just decided to stop these events altogether in the interest of public health.
But Politics and Prose has been holding virtual author events. Is that correct?
Well, that's true. Just this past week, we started to try to reconstruct some of our events programming by moving it online, using a platform called Crowdcast, which allows the authors to sit in their houses or wherever, and viewers to tune in from wherever. It also allows us to put a buy button at the bottom of the screen for people to buy the book that the author's talking about. So those have been drawing, a pretty good viewing numbers. That range anywhere from 60 or 70 up to, in one case, I think we had over 200 viewers.
Now, if people were interested around the country, Mr. Graham, in watching those, where would they go?
Just go to our website, politics-prose.com, and click on the events button, and you'll see you'll see the schedule of author talks, and then you just follow the instructions and sign on to Crowdcast. It's really very simple.
Now, are you finding enthusiasm by the authors and the publishing houses for these virtual events?
We have a lot of interest. We're all still kind of experimenting with this format. We're looking at possibly, for some of the very popular authors, charging some small fee to watch, or waiving that fee if in the event that the book is bought. But we're very excited about the various features that this approach will allow us.
Do you see this as potentially in the future when we're out of this crisis?
Well, it could remain an alternative. You know, there's really nothing that beats being there with the author, getting a book signed in person, and we certainly expect to return to that tried and true format once this crisis passes.
Well, Bradley Graham, you can hopefully expect to see some of these events on Book TV's schedule as well, as we're looking for author events while we're in the midst of this corona crisis. So thank you for spending a few minutes with us on Book TV.
Happy to talk to you. Thank you.